not even recording.
I'm waiting for Ate. Sage me.
Yay.
Congrats, Ate.
Be careful, but okay. You're okay.
Dagan, lubuin.
Welcome, graduates. Round of applause. All of you do look wonderful and amazing tonight. I know it's a very exciting time, so enjoy the evening. Okay, graduates, really enjoy it tonight.
Yeah.
We acknowledge, yes, you can clap again. We acknowledge that St. Mary's is located on the land traditionally cared for by the Chinatan, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee people. We also acknowledge the enduring presence and deep traditional knowledge, laws, and philosophies of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land today. Please join me in the sign of our faith. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, surround our graduates and their families with your grace. Bless them with hope so that they may move into the future with eager and open hearts. Help them to put the knowledge, skills, and insights gained through their elementary education for the good of others. Inspire them to believe in the goodness of life, even when faced with challenges and difficulties. As they commence with the next stage in their lives, may they grow even more grateful and wise. Amen. Saint Kateri, in the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And I'll ask Mr. Settler to come up to present the principal's address.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, parents, teachers, and most importantly, the incredible 2024 graduating class of St. Kateri Tekakwitha. Today marks a momentous occasion to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, growth, and achievement. Graduates, I'm honored to stand before you on this special day as we reflect on your journey and look ahead to the bright futures that await each of you. As we gather here, I'm reminded of a powerful message from Marianne Williamson's poem, Our Deepest Fear. I will share it with you. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne reminds us that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. Each of you possesses a unique light within you, a light that is ready to shine brightly upon the world. In these past years, you have faced challenges, COVID, overcome obstacles, and discovered strengths you may not have known you had. You have grown not only academically, but also personally, developing into young individuals with limitless potential. Today, as you stand on the threshold of high school, remember to embrace your strengths, embrace your uniqueness, and never dim your light for anyone. I'd like to talk a little bit about a little song, This Little Light of Mine, which comes to mind. A song that speaks of courageously letting your light shine, regardless of the circumstances. Graduates, as you move forward into high school and beyond, I encourage you to let your light shine brightly. Be fearless in pursuing your dreams, compassionate in your actions, and steadfast in your values. Take with you the lessons learned within the walls of St. Kateri, lessons of resilience, teamwork, and the importance of kindness. Remember the friendships forged, the teachers who have guided you, and the unwavering support of your families. They have all played a vital role in shaping who you are today. As you embark on this new chapter, know that challenges may come your way, but it is in facing these challenges that you will continue to grow stronger and shine even brighter. Believe in yourselves, trust in your abilities, and never underestimate the impact you can have on the world around you. Today, we celebrate your achievements, your perseverance, and your potential. Graduates, as you receive your diplomas and take the next step forward, carry with you the knowledge that your light has the power to illuminate the path, not only for yourselves, but for others as well. Congratulations, class of 2024. May your futures be filled with endless possibilities, and may your lights continue to shine brightly wherever life may lead you. Thank you, and God bless. Right now, present the teacher's address.
That's working. Is it still these or we can't go these front ones? No, those are fine. That looks okay, you see fine? There's not a lot we can do right now, so let's go. Good evening, graduates, parents, siblings and extended family, and St. Terry staff. Thank you for coming together tonight as a community to celebrate and recognize a watermark event in the lives of our grade 8 students in elementary school graduation. I'd first like to thank Ms. O and Ms. Filipovic for allowing me to represent the grade 8 teachers tonight. Either they're generous in providing me a chance to speak to a large captive audience, an activity they know that I enjoy, or they're a little uncomfortable being the center of attention in a crowd as large as this one. Ms. Filipovic, where is she? There she is. Stand up for a second, Ms. Filipovic. There she is. She's waiting. Ms. Filipovic, I have some interesting piece of information for you. Did you know, Ms. Filipovic, You can actually measure a person's fear of public speaking based upon how much they blush when a speaker directs a crowd's attention towards them. Yes, it's true. It's true, Miss Silver. In fact, when I first said Miss F's name, her scale of blush was around here. And once you heard me start speaking about her, and remembered previous years, realizing I'm going to do that thing I do every year reading my speech, embarrass her a little bit, her scale of blush moved to around here. And when I started to make reference to a giant blush scale on this screen, it advanced to here. And look, the longer I stay on this topic, the more vivid her blush becomes. I've got to be careful though, because if somebody is forced too far to the right on the blush scale, like I'm doing Miss Philipova right now, then rage mode is triggered. And the only type of red I'll be seeing after I get off the stage will be that of my own blood being spilled as Miss Philipova exacts her revenge upon me. Miss F, time and time again, I've preyed upon your public speaking anxiety to launch my speeches, and I want to say, I'm sorry. Perhaps it's about time that I find myself a new target. About time. Grade 8s, your time in elementary school is coming to an end. Time spent outside at recess. Time flipping through picture books in the library. Time singing Children of the Light. Time waiting for your name to be called on pizza days. Time hiding in the bathroom stalls when it's cold outside. You're moving past all of these, and more. If you've learned the lessons that your parents and teachers have been imparting on you, then your time of someone else getting you out of bed in the morning, your time of a family member packing your lunch for you, the time of adults tracking and organizing your consent forms, and the time of other people making sure you are responsible for your schoolwork are also coming to an end. Now, it's your time. Now, when you hear that phrase, it's usually presented in a context where somebody is celebrating finally being able to get what they want out of life. Like they're finally free from all those things that have been holding them back for so long. Think about young Simba's song from The Lion King. What was that song again? You can just shout it out. I can't be the only kid here from the 90s. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Say it again. Somebody right here. Good. He just can't wait to be king. He just can't wait to be able to make all the decisions in his own life. However, in order to make decisions, one needs to have an endpoint in mind, some objective that directs a person's choices. Grade 8s, you can feel free to raise your hand and help me out here. I'm thinking of a word. It's a word that can come after long term or short term. It's a word that hockey and soccer players love. Unless, of course, they're trying to defend the net. Anybody? What word am I thinking of? Goal, that's it, goals. Thank you. It is your time, grade 8s, as you transition into high school. One more. But it's not time to just have fun. It's time to set your goals. The goals that will guide your decisions and choices in the years to come. Don't misunderstand me as saying that you've not had to set goals before this point in your life, because you have. But as humans transition through life, the scope and scale of their goal setting changes. For example, do very young children, say between the ages of 0 and 1, have goals? Well, is there anybody in the audience right now that has a newborn in the household right now? Yeah, Zoe? Sophia? Maybe? I thought there might be. Yeah. Zoe, thanks for raising your hand. Zoe, would you say that the little one in your house has goals? Not really? I would beg to differ. Between 0 and 1, what would the goal of an infant be? And how far into the future are they willing to work for that goal? Well, their goal is likely one of eating, burping, being changed, being moved around, whether that's walking or bouncing or car driving or any one of those movements, being cuddled, or, of course, pooping. And they want any one of those goals to be achieved right away. They rely on others to help make those things happen. A little older, and kids' goals change, as well as their timelines. Around 3, kids set goals about wanting to play with toys. Depending on parenting and siblings, they might be willing to wait a few minutes to achieve the goal. Around the age of 6, kids' goals can evolve into wanting to win at simple games. Children at this age are now able to put off their goals until the end of the day. They know that if they make the right decisions, then they'll have won something before they go to sleep that night. It might be hide and seek, or obstacle course, or creating the best painting, or a Nintendo game as examples. By 9, kids' goal setting timelines can extend into weeks. We see this with sports and other extracurricular activities. Practices and rehearsals are just small steps towards a larger season-end goal. At grade 8, you should be noticing a pattern here if you're bothering to look up at the screen. What's happening to the timeline of goal setting as people get older? That's not a rhetorical question. I would actually like an answer to that point. It's getting longer. Thank you, Ron. That's right. So, what are the goals of the kids around the age of 13? That is a rhetorical question that time. Well, speaking from 17 years of experience working with 13-year-olds, I can tell you that typically their goals are social in nature, and they're willing to dedicate months of their lives to achieving these goals. From 14 to 18-ish, people are asked to expand their goal setting into a timeline that encompasses years, with the ultimate purpose of opening up options, possibilities, and opportunities for their future. This is where you're now headed grades. And this is what I'd like to speak to you about for the next couple of minutes. But before I do that, I don't want to leave any age groups out of my breakdown of age-related goals, so here's a quick summary of some older age groups past high school. I'm currently in the second last one. Grade 8s, in elementary school, you've been shielded from so much responsibility. Whether you're aware of it or not, you've been treated like kids. Many of you have been trying to act like adults, and even insisted that you be treated like adults. But up to this point, you're just being treated like kids who are making mistakes. You want proof you're still being treated like kids? Yes, some of you would argue it. Think about where the money came from for the clothes that you're wearing right now. Think about how you got to St. Mary's tonight. And think about who organized all the end of the year festivities that you're in the middle of enjoying. More likely than not, those weren't all taken care of by you. Perhaps you should all take a moment to look into the crowd, find your family, wave to them, and say thank you. I've got a mom and dad here too that should wave that. Up to this point, if you've made a poor choice, odds are that an adult worked to talk you through it so you could learn from your mistake and avoid it in the future. You could argue that it's the prerogative of an elementary school-age child to make mistakes. However, moving forward, the let's talk through this punishments are going to be replaced by real consequences. In high school, if you frequently are late or absent from class, don't use your class time wisely, and neglect doing schoolwork at home, or neglect to study, what do you think the consequence will be? They put it up there too soon. You'll fail the class, you won't get your credit. If you do these things over and over again, not getting your credits, what will the consequence be? You won't graduate high school. That's right. If you swear in casual conversations, insult people based on their physical appearance or abilities, talk big but never back it up with action, then people will simply stop listening to what you have to say. They'll still hear you, but your meaning will never be taken seriously. If you can't learn to manage your own life by managing a budget and earning some money, preparing meals, doing laundry, paying for car insurance and phone plans, contributing to food and groceries, and cleaning up living spaces, then the consequence will be felt as you age. The types of social circles you'll find yourselves in might not align with the goals you hope to achieve in adulthood. thought I just heard a question. Yeah, I think I heard Brooklyn ask a question. Yeah, let's put it up here so everybody can hear what Brooklyn asked. Brooklyn, you want to read that question to everybody? That is a Sigma question, Brooklyn. Thank you. I'll tell you what can hold teenagers back in high school that prevents them from being successful. It's holes. Yeah, holes. There's a poem that's part of our family life text that I believe is prudent for the graduates to consider as they begin their longer-term goals. It goes like this. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I'm lost. I'm helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it's there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street. When I asked my class what they thought this poem was about, I received a range of answers, but they all related somehow, either directly or indirectly, to making mistakes, learning from those errors, and beginning to take responsibility for making better choices. You see, the holes you encounter are mistakes that you make because you don't know any better. A student that keeps falling into the same hole is stubbornly refusing to learn from their mistakes. The holes you'll be expected to begin to walk around in high school include spending too much time playing, especially video games or, God forbid, substance use, trying to win games, over-prioritizing hobbies and sports, and obsessing over social distractions. I hope those sound familiar to you. They should, because those are the goals of kids between the ages of 3 and 13. And while they're okay to include in your life in moderate amounts, you can no longer afford to prioritize them at the expense of your longer-term high school goals. Consider this. If you genuinely want to be treated in a more mature way, then you can't have video games and Snapchat as your life goals. Like some grade 6 student who just found out what the school's Wi-Fi password was. I mean, you should spend some time on those things because enjoying life every day is important, but it shouldn't be a foolish and reckless amount of time. Thinking exclusively of short-term goals is a privilege for elementary-aged students, and that's not you anymore. A minute wasted is a minute you'll never get back. So, grade 8s, take your time for the next week or even for the summer to enjoy what remains of being treated like a kid. After that, take your time. Take your time to set your goals for the future. Take your time to recognize how your small actions each day can get you closer to your long-term goals. Take your time to prioritize the important, larger goals and reflect it in your daily choices. Because if you take care of the moments in your daily activities, then the years take care of themselves. A warning though, make sure that you do have goals of some sort. A life without goals can lead to a lot of negative experiences and emotions. Whether your goals are based upon academics, sports, computers, volunteering, working, dance, drama, baking, programming, religion, family, friends, the real kind of friends, not the social media kind, coaching, singing, painting, fan fiction writing, LARPing, chess, checkers, puzzles, knitting, sewing, cooking, traveling, camping, fitness, modeling, or long-winded public speaking. They are all better options than having no goals at all. The first step to getting what you want out of life is this. Know what it is that you want. So, starting in September, or even earlier if you feel up to it, When you wake up, don't just go through your typical morning routine and head off to school like some mindless grade 8 with no goal beyond what a screen tells you to dedicate your time to. Wake up like the high school student that you are, full of promise, talent, and potential. And ask yourself, what's my goal for today? Thank you for your attention, grade 9s. And on behalf of all of the staff and all the adults in your lives, good luck with your goal setting. Thank you. I would now like to invite to the stage two students who know a little bit about goal setting themselves, our 2024 valedictorians, Kyle Weinstein and Alexia Hodgson.
Good evening, family, staff, and most of all, our fellow graduates. Welcome to this year's graduation ceremony. We are extremely honored to have the opportunity to be speaking here right now in front of our peers and people who have positively influenced our lives. My name is Alexia.
And I'm Kyle.
And we are the grade 8 valedictorians of 2023 to 2024 from St. Kateri. We wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for the inspiring people who have supported us to help to get to where we are today. Words cannot describe how thrilled the two of us are to receive our diplomas and be remembered as the two representatives for this year's special group of graduates. And when I say special, I mean a very unique group of graduates. This evening, Kyle and I are going to share with you our personal experiences, stories, and times at St. Kateri during our graduating year and the last number of years.
Why don't we take a trip down memory lane? I think preschool suffices as a starting point. Y'all remember when all we cared about was nap time and what carpet space we had. Then we graduated with our cardboard hats, ready for another year of macaroni art. Nope, we got our first look at actual work. A complete change in our lives. No more nap times, a new schedule, and most importantly, a new yard to explore. And just when we thought those kindergarten years were hard, grade 1 hit. It was official. We were primaries. Once again, a new schedule and a new yard. Personally, grade 1 was the year I first stepped into this new school. But let's move on just as fast as that year went by. Grade 2 is weird. New hallway, new teachers, and sadly, no more Mr. Haber. Some new 6'5" guy taking his place. If you were in Miss Pizarro's class, I'm sure you remember the blue floors and the little extra room she had in the back of her classroom. Then we were in grade 3. And I honestly don't have a lot to look back on that year. Pretty sure Pokemon cards and who would win most were all I cared about. Pretty fast, we stepped into grade 4. New hallway for some, but for others, maybe even the dreaded portable. But on Friday, March 13th, 2020, disaster struck. We were sent home for a 2-week break. Then 2 more weeks, then 2 more weeks, then a month, then just the rest of the year. 1 assignment a day, talking Google Hangouts, and especially playing Minecraft Education Edition. In grade 5, some decided to stay home for the year, while some others were back in person. I wasn't there the year, so I don't have a lot to say. Grade 6, the year Ryan broke his arm, then broke it again, then sprained his ankle. The year Leo got the cops called on him for running away from school 10 minutes early. The year Miss Jack told us about her fiance that owned a casino in Las Vegas. Halfway through the year, We even got to drop the mask look we'd all gotten so used to. For grade 7, I'm pretty sure we got no work done during December just because of the World Cup. The Lego stop motion project was fun though. We woke up for the 90% Ben. And last but not least, top of the food chain, grade 8. I don't even know what to say for this year. I think I've definitely gotten better at push-ups. I think I understand science better than I ever have. And I think my 7 is going to go bankrupt buying back all the stuff we broke in the first. We also can't forget the amazing grad trips we've had this year. Thank you to all the teachers who organized those. Mount Mary, where I think I speak for everyone when I say we all had a great time getting to know each other better. In Niagara, where we had some lifelong memories made. All in all, I think we have some great memories at St. Kateri. But I gotta say, I'm excited for high school.
With so many great memories and funny stories during our time at St. Kateri, none of them would be possible without the loving support and encouragement of our parents and family. On behalf of our graduating class, we would like to thank our parents, grandparents, and our entire family who have helped us along the way. Yes, even our siblings who can annoy us sometimes, right, Lou? Not only have our families helped us throughout our school years, but of course, all our teachers. Our teachers have played such an important role in our lives, especially during our final years at St. Kateri. We are very lucky at St. Kateri to have a group of wonderful and supportive teachers we couldn't stand up here without. Of course, thanking the people who have made our lives here so memorable.
Miss F. Can't say we're all gonna miss the push-ups and make us do when we got in trouble, but we're definitely leaving grade 8 more muscular than when we started. Thank you so much for being such a chill and amazing teacher. We'll always remember the priceless fun times and memories spent with you. Doing extra work for Jolly Ranchers,
30 minutes.
cleaning for Jolly Ranchers, and most importantly, stealing the Jolly Ranchers. Your weird seating plans and gym games have made this year a memorable one, but also a fun one. Thank you, Ms. Filipovic.
Mr. Wagner, thank you for being such an amazing teacher this year. It has truly been a memorable year, and you've done so much for all of us. Whether it was helping us pick a topic for an assignment or getting us ready for a test. You were always there to lend a hand. But what we'll remember the most are your hilarious personal stories and all those fascinating facts you shared about topics we've never even heard of. You made school days exciting and fun with your daily trivia, Wordle challenges, top 10 lists, and those awesome honest day and history lessons. You motivated us to work hard, stay positive, take responsibilities for ourselves, and not create extra work for others. Now, you might seem a little intimidating at first, but we all know you're really friendly, have a huge heart, and love making us laugh with your expressive jokes. Thank you, Mr. Wagner, for everything you did for me personally this year and our entire class. We will definitely miss all the good times we had together. You've taught us many life lessons we will carry on into high school and beyond. Madame Grube, you must have been a saint in your past life. You're always so positive, in a good mood, and so patient when dealing with some of us who are not always paying attention, goofing around, and not taking French seriously. Madame has taught us a lot over the years, from conjugating French verbs, playing blocket, and French Skidoo. I personally liked how Madame was flexible with us handing in late assignments.
Miss Sotillo, although you haven't been at St. Kateri that long, your warm smile, kind heart, and calm nature has made you a wonderful addition to our school, and it feels as though we've known you for years. I gotta admit, I'm always more calm when I hear your voice for Christian meditation. No offense, Mr. Seller. Thank you for all you do for us.
Mr. Settler, thank you for being our principal and coming back to St. Kateri this year. You came back just in time for me to give you a pie in the face. But in all seriousness, thank you for your passion and dedication that you show to our teachers and students. Asher, our wonderful custodian, wears many hats at our school, such as keeping our school clean, getting sports balls from the roof, helping with delivering our hot lunches every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the list goes on. We're spoiled. Thank you.
Secretaries. Thank you to our secretaries, Ms. Paulson and Mr. Cruz. You can always count on you to sign us in late without having to spell our last names. I'm sure you guys know some of us so well how late we are. Right, Colton, Brooklyn, and Leo? You guys are always the ones to call us down when we have food at the office or we're leaving early. Thank you.
Lastly, teachers who helped us with sports. Thank you so much for volunteering your time to coach our sports teams this year. We had an absolute blast, and it's all thanks to your dedication and support. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to participate in all these amazing sports. We're truly grateful for everything you've done for us.
The future. After all of our trips to the high schools, like St. Mary's or Huron Heights, listening to our parents or older siblings, we know high school's a different game. Luckily, we've had teachers like Mr. Steary and Ms. Pasqualino to help us on my blueprint. Whether it was taking those weird quizzes or making our portfolios, they were there to help us. I've heard from some that this year was easy. I've heard from some that this year was hard. But I know next year will be even more of a challenge. With multiple classrooms a day, new people to meet, and a whole new school, although it will be a challenge, I honestly think we won't have to worry about grade 9. We don't have exams, there are more sports teams to try out for, we might even get some new work because we wouldn't have already done it the year before in Mr. Martin's class. Although we're splitting up, some going to St. Mary's and some going to Huron Heights, I'm sure we will never be forgotten. Carolyn's supposed to make this speech inspirational, but I honestly don't know what it could possibly help this year's students. To infinity and beyond, I guess. Just kidding. This year's student skills, both academically and non-academically, I think sports teams and competitive clubs will be made quite easily.
Once again, thank you to everyone who came today to celebrate this year's St. Kateri graded graduation. It has been a true honor to speak before you all. Over the years, whether we've known each other since kindergarten or joined along the way, it feels like we've grown up together. From looking up to the class of 2015 when we were in kindergarten, to standing here now as the graduating class. We've become more than classmates, we've become a family. I hope that life's journey will bring us together again. Thank you for being part of this incredible experience.
Thank you to the class of 2023 to 2024, and everyone who's helped us along the way. In the amazing words of Eleanor Roosevelt, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So shape your future grade 8s with your dreams. Thank you.